Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. This is the 1,000-pound cider review. I have a dog slug. Come here, Frank. Come here, Frank. This is take 2. We did have a chicken bone incident with the dog. Now he needs me to forgive him. It is ridiculous. Today we are drinking this cider right here. It's 8% alcohol. It's from the Clafeld Fruit Winery and Cider House Market. It's their Framboise raspberry cider. There you go. Beautiful color. The color's actually attracted the wife before she even knew what it was. What's that red one over there? Then she yelled at me, "I like ciders. Why are you getting all these ciders now that I'm pregnant and can't drink them?" And I said, well, maybe that's why. Maybe.
That's rude.
What do we have here? You know what? I'm actually going to have to do this. I cannot read this because I'm blind. So here we go. We pull out the cell phone.
What?
We turn the cell phone camera on. And we read it through the cell phone camera. That's the life we're at now. The life of an albino. Fermented apple juice. Fermented cranberry juice.
Well, it's good if you have to take back antibiotics.
Sugar. Sulfites. Potassium sorbate. Natural flavor. Contains sulfites. So I guess my question is, with well, yeah, where's the raspberry? Oh wait, in the natural flavors. Okay, so before I even get into this, I'm first going to say thank you for giving me raspberry flavors from the caster sack of a beaver. Thank you. Second, there's sulfites in this. Anyone that watches these knows that I enjoy cider more that has no sulfites. I do get that latex rubber scent and taste in a lot of them, so hopefully this one does not have that. You can make cider without sulfites. What happens is a lot of cideries now are wineries, and they're used to putting sulfites in all the wines, so they put them in all the ciders because it does help longevity, it helps stability. I guess it just comes down to the fact that I can handle drinking a cider that's a year old and has a few globules growing in it that's still okay for me to drink. I don't need it to be preserved that bad. So, potassium sorbate, natural flavors. So, apple, cranberry, sulfites, potassium sorbate, and natural flavor. Potassium sorbate, same type of thing. It's a preserving agent. Is it particularly needed? No, there's a lot of cideries that don't use it, but again, this is a winery. There are a lot of wineries that use it in every wine they make, so it becomes kind of normal to use for them. Sometimes they can hide those tastes very well, and sometimes they can't. In wine, you don't really taste it because wine, at least in my opinion, wine is a little more complex, and wine has the barrel as well, most of the time, unless it's an unoaked thing. Lots of carbonation in there. There was some bright white head for a little bit, it went away. Scent. And see, this is where things get weird to me. Lots of cranberry notes on here, but also lots of raspberry notes, and I mean, it actually kind of smells like raspberry Schweppes out of the bottle. Yeah, it really does. It has that just sweetness and that raspberry note that Schweppes gives off. It smells actually really good out of the bottle. Out of the glass, it's the same thing, except you get a little bit of cranberry in there, so you're picking up a little bit more sour note instead of all sweet.
I'm sure it's the same.
Not smelling the sulfites. Don't get any latex rubber. So far so good. Let's try this. The dog's now behind me. The dog gets all sad because I yelled at him for taking a chicken bone is now behind me. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. Cheerio.
But I will admit that I'll never do it again. It's not digging his crotch.
Okay. So, it's a lot more tart than I expected it to be. Both kind of like an over-ripened raspberry and a cranberry taste tart-wise. I get some apple, but almost no apple flesh out of there. I'm getting just the tannic taste from an apple skin, which goes from the beginning to the end. It makes the end kind of dry, and actually it kind of makes the cider moreish because it dries out that tartness right away and makes it so that you want to take another sip. Very apparent cranberry taste. Little raspberry flavor in there. The raspberry slightly sweet, slightly sour. And a little bit, just a tiny touch of that sulfite taste right at the end. Right before the tannic apple peel washes away all the flavor. So the sulfites are hidden. I mean, that's all I can ask for. I pick it up a little bit, but I think I pick it up mostly just because of how much I hate it. This is 8% alcohol, and it would be a very, very dangerous cider because it tastes like a 4 or 5% alcohol cider. I could drink a couple bottles. It's delicious in that I could drink a couple bottles of this and fall over drunk and pee my pants because it's 8%. You wouldn't know what happened to you.
It's perfect for the non-beer drinker. Give me one and done.
Like I said, I expected it to be a little more sugary, a little more fruity, but I like it the way it is. It is very nice. It does hit you with a little bit of a. It hits you really sweet on the nose, and then it hits you really tart on the profile. There is a few sweet jabs in there, but for the most part, it's a fairly tart little number here. I like it. 8% alcohol, very easy drinking. Out of 10, 7.75. Easy 7.75. First cider ever from Clafeld, and I didn't have high hopes after reading the ingredients list, but it's a solid number. It's a solid number. So Clafeld Framboise raspberry cider, 7.75 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.